Hey guys!
Welcome back to Harsh-Worded, Tender-Hearted Christmas Edition.
Christmas! Woohoo!
If you're watching the video version of this, I'm wearing a Christmas sweater. Okay, if you're not watching the video version, it's a cannabis leaf sweater that lights up.
It lights up?
Should I leave it lighting up the whole video?
Oh my god!
Like,
I love that.
and it says light that shit up.
That's so festive. Oh my god.
And I just wanted to point it out
meaning.
because it is my mother's sweater.
I'm so
It is not at all my sweater. I had a different sweater planned, and then I think my dog got wet in the snow and then laid on it, and I didn't know, and then I put it on, and I was like, I cannot wear that. Like, I will be sick if that's near my nose. And it's funny because I said, Mom, do you have a Christmas sweater that I can wear? Like, this one's not working out. She goes, yeah, but it's an ugly Christmas sweater. I said, can I see it? And she pulls out this. I was like, can I wear it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, perfect. And it's all the tags on from, like, I don't know when she bought it. Maybe she bought it on Boxing Day because I bought my Christmas sweater on Boxing Day. Anyway, this is a Christmas episode. I think this is being uploaded on December 23rd. So it's our last before Christmas, second last of the year. Crazy, crazy times.
that is crazy.
I know, right? I know. We are pre-filming a little bit, like it is.
Going on vacation.
Yeah, she's going on vacation, and then we have Christmas, then we have New Year's, and then
It's
we
a
have...
busy time.
Yeah. Yeah, and we try to be ahead anyway, so we had to be double ahead this week. We thought we would take this time in the Christmas season to talk about Christmas, growing up, and Christmas, what we love about Christmas. I love Christmas.
I love Christmas.
I'm such a Christmas girly.
I love Christmas, but I guess not enough to own a Christmas sweater. I used to own a Christmas sweater. Yeah, every year we have a theme at our family get-together, what we're wearing.
A girl-cousin theme.
Yeah,
Nobody else really participates.
Yeah, it's just the girls.
Just four of us.
Last year we dressed up cute. Before that it was Christmas sweater. No, PJs or sweaters?
We did PJs a couple years.
Yeah.
Oh my god, one year we had an ugly Christmas sweater competition.
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
And again, for some, like, I always have Christmas sweaters during the year, but that year I had to go buy one, and it just, like, was not it. Like, it wasn't what I was expecting, or it wasn't what I had planned on wearing. So I'm like, okay, let me turn this into an ugly Christmas sweater competition. And, like, Kai never knows. Like, I always say she never, like, picks anything apart enough to know, with us, at least.
I'm like, yeah, with you guys, yeah.
Yeah, if it's somebody you don't trust, then you're like, okay.
I'm, like, so suspicious.
Yeah.
I'm, like...
Yeah.
To the point where, like, I have to, like, restrain myself from not digging around too deep because I know I'm
yeah,
gonna get my
don't
feelings
hurt your own feelings. Yeah. Yeah, but, like, with
that
us,
happened
like,
yesterday.
oh my god, no, I can't. That happens to me all the time. But with people that she, like, trusts, she's like, oh, okay.
I'm like, why would they ever lie to me?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, guys, ugly Christmas sweater. Everybody come in your ugliest sweaters. And I text Kai and I'm like, hey, she fell for it. Can you send me a picture of you wearing a Santa hat?
Yeah, because I'm like, why? I'm like, okay, sure.
And she sends it to me, and I print it out and I pin it to the sweater. And that
was your sweater that year.
My sweater that I wore to family dinner.
It was good though. I had a good laugh.
Oh my god, that is so funny. And our family's like that. Like,
yeah, we're
mean.
good sports about it.
Yeah. Like, I remember I tell that story often because it's just so funny. Yeah. Every time, like, something Christmas sweatery comes up, I'm like, oh my god, guys, one time. And some people have told me, they're like, oh my god, that's actually messed up. Like, you sat there yeah. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. You've never been to one of our family parties.
Yeah.
They're like, you wore that to the family party and kept it on in front of everybody.
Not like that.
Yeah. If there's no joke presented like that, they'll find one.
Yeah.
So we're all like, ah. So there has to be a joke that we're in control of. Our Christmases are fun, though.
They are fun.
Yeah. The Gapu side spends Christmas Eve all together. I think it's like that in the Philippines as well. Like, it's more of like a wait till midnight thing, and then it becomes
and then they
Christmas.
go to midnight mass.
Yeah. I still do, like, the wake up Christmas morning, but we do that in, like, our own homes. And then we go all to one house on Christmas Eve, the entire family. Well, it's funny because it'll be at our uncle's house, and our uncle will say, okay, go. I'll be home at, like, 8.
Yeah, because
they have church. Yeah. So we're all just kind of, like, piling into the house and, like, looking at the food, waiting for everybody to get there. Because half of us go to church and half of us don't.
Yeah.
On Christmas. And we are part of the half that don't.
Oh my god, one time I went to midnight mass and I was literally standing, like, you know how horses, like, they sleep standing up?
Oh my god.
I remember standing in the pews, like, falling asleep to the point where, like, I left in the middle of the mass. I don't even remember how old I was, but my dad gave me the keys to the car and to go sleep in the car.
That is so funny. You just unlocked a midnight mass memory for me. So I forgot. See, I, like, trauma block a lot. And I just in that moment remembered how I went to midnight mass for, like, a lot of consecutive years of my life when my mom was married to my brother's dad, who is like okay. It's a very complicated, awkward story, but like he is my dad. Like from the time I was I think they got married when I was 8, and then they were married for 10 years. So until I was an adult, he was the one in the home. Like he was the father figure in the home. He is my brother's father. So like that's my main dad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one that like if somebody refers to my dad, that's who I'm talking about, or like that's whatever. So he had a tradition with his parents. So we would leave the Gapu's side to make it to midnight mass. And one year I was sick. I didn't even think I was going to make it to the Gapu's thing. I think I came and I laid on the couch, but I was like sick. And I remember I was wearing my favorite High School Musical sweater.
Wait, how old were you?
I was maybe 10.
Okay.
10 or 11.
I definitely don't remember that.
Yeah. And I
should. But I don't.
I was wearing my favorite High School Musical sweater. It was white. And I was hoping to God that I would be allowed to just go home and go to bed, but I wasn't. I had to go to mass, and I had to
throw up at
sit
the mass?
in that pew. Yeah, and I remember I was like, I'm gonna be sick, and we're on the other side of the church from the bathroom, and you know how I'm sick. You know how I puke.
Yeah,
it's like it's really bad. So I get up, and my mom. I don't remember if my mom or my dad got up with me, but I was like, no, it's happening. So I start throwing up in like everybody is seated. He was doing the liturgy, and he's like saying something profound, and here I am running out of the back into my hands and my mom's hands. The usher who like takes everybody to his seats and how they stand at the back. They're like trying to help us. They open the main door to get out of the church. So now the door is wide open. There's a gush of wind and snow, and I'm like, all over my sweater, all over
the white High School Musical sweater.
Oh my God! And all little 10-year-old me could say was, "I told you I wasn't feeling well."
Wait, that's so traumatic.
I was so embarrassed. I get embarrassed often, but that moment.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was awful. I had to leave mass early. It was awful. And I don't think I ever went back to midnight mass.
Oh, that's crazy.
I might have. No, they definitely would have expected me to the next year, but I stopped when my parents separated. Because then I could just say it was like you're with one parent or the other anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's when I stopped that. And we were able to kind of continue that. Like we wait to midnight to open the gifts and stuff like that. But yeah, we do cousin gift swap on Christmas Eve. Yeah. We do karaoke. We have a big dinner. Just Dance. Actually,
that's a fun one.
Yeah, that's a fun tradition.
We get very competitive.
And again, it's really only the 4 girls. Like my brother will watch. The younger brothers will like watch and like sometimes participate a little bit, but like they're just kind of there for the vibes. Everyone else is just kind of there we like are having our own little party.
There for the togetherness of Christmas.
Yeah.
But we're there to party.
Yeah.
We're there to get down.
World. Yeah. We're like sweating. And that's the thing is like last year we dressed up, which was cute. We took a couple pics and then immediately we all changed.
Those pictures were so cute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got changed right away.
Because you can't just dance in a dress, you know? So I was like, okay, maybe we just PJ it all the way.
Yeah.
This year.
It's still gonna be cute anyways.
Yeah. So we can just dance, TikTok, do all the things and not have to like change or anything. Mm-hmm. I remember one year actually we did, like we said, PJs a couple years, but me and Audrey had matching PJs and Kai and Teen didn't, and I got in trouble.
Oh, did you really? That's so funny.
I'm dead. I was like, I don't even remember. It was like a stupid reason why we had matching PJs too. I don't even remember. Like, it wasn't like we're gonna match and they're not. Like, I don't even remember why it happened. And then I think we wore them again last Christmas to our work Christmas party and we matched. But like, it was just so funny. And I remember being like, you guys dressed us up in matching clothes for the first 10 years of our lives and now you're mad? So now this year, I think we should either all match or we should all wear different ones. I get in trouble again. I'm always the one that gets in trouble. I'm always like the scapegoat of the
4 cousins.
Yeah, of the 4 cousins. But you know what? That's okay because I feel like we pick on Kai the most.
That's true.
So it like evens out a little bit.
That's not to say they don't like me.
Yeah. And like, you know what? If she started bawling her eyes out, I think we'd stop.
You think?
If you actually started like bawling, yeah.
See, like the thing is though, I would not let it get to that point. I'd be like smiling, holding back tears, like
You see it a lot how Filipinos are like, oh, you think that's mean? Like, you should see my family.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you see, or like when you're trying to be nice to your man, but you were raised Filipino. Like, it's the thing.
Yeah, that's
It is the thing.
That's my downfall, actually.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. I actually had to work really, really hard to make sure it doesn't bleed into my outer life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like really hard, because I realized
working on that.
It does hurt people's feelings that are in the family. A guy that I slept with, he grew up around Filipinos. And I remember him being like mortified when I was like, oh, our kai's that for us. And I think that's why he was so triggered by the sweater, is because they would always make fun of him.
Oh.
To get, and like tease him and like pick on him and like take his clothes and like prank him and like whatever. And they were like, oh my God, like together they were like awful. Like I couldn't imagine being in that setting. Like my feelings would be hurt all the time. And I was like, no, like that's how it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Kai, we do that to Kai.
Yeah, like I've developed thick skin, you know.
Oh my
God. It was really good for my character development. I think I'm so funny because of it.
He was sympathy fatigue, but not in that moment. Let me tell you, that man had so much sympathy for you. So it is kind of awful. But I wonder what antics we're gonna get up to this year. Yeah, but we do try to make it fun. I do want to play a couple more games this year. So yeah, waiting for the time to pass between dinner and opening gifts. I think we try to stay busy. That's why we have like karaoke going, just dance, we'll do the games and stuff. Because then it's like, okay, it's late enough to open gifts. Let's open gifts and go, you know, like we've already been all drinking since 7 p.m. We do the saran wrap where like you saran wrap all the little prizes and
into a big ball.
Yeah, into a big saran wrap ball, and then use oven mitts to like try and get it out. We did
it
okay.
The oven mitts part.
Yeah, we did it wrong last year. I did it wrong, sorry. And I wrapped it just continuously in one big stride. So then when somebody got a hold of it, a guest got a hold of it, they took it and they just went like this, like pulled it up, and the whole thing unraveled. So I need to rip it and then change directions.
Take it in the person who did that. It was a +1.
That's what I'm saying. It was a guest. It was a guest first timer. Like, I can't. And then here is a cousin that got no gifts. Kai's gonna start off the game this year.
I am?
Yeah, because I think she was the only one.
Yeah, I was literally the only one who didn't get anything.
And there's like, it's not just the 4 of us that played this game. There's like 10 people in a circle.
What's your favorite Christmas food? Like, will you go to Christmas dinner and that's your favorite food? Like, you're excited to eat it.
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
This is actually a funny question because I'm a very picky eater. Very, very picky eater.
You're also pescatarian for a long time. Mm-hmm. So your choices were limited for a very long time.
Exactly. And I'm a very like habitual eater. Like it's like I eat the same thing every single day. So I can be excited about like salmon any given day of the week. Mm-hmm. But I have salmon like 4 times a week. So I was just going to say salmon. And it's funny because typically like you wouldn't really have salmon at Christmas dinner. Even at like a Filipino dinner, it's usually like pork or like, you know what I'm saying? Like meat. I can't do that. I was a pescatarian for a long, like 11 years of my life. I remember it ended because I was craving a McDonald's cheeseburger. And it was never that deep for me. Like it was never like everybody in my life needs to be a vegetarian or a vegan or you're an awful person because you eat meat, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like I literally don't care. It wasn't that deep to me. So I was craving a McDonald's cheeseburger, chicken nuggets, and then one night I had a McDonald's cheeseburger after 11 years of not eating meat.
My food for Christmas? Lechon.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. See, that's like the more popular, like
roasted pork. Love it. I've been on the hunt to find a good roasted pork in the area. Haven't found it yet.
And even like I feel, can you imagine, this is the thing that gets me canceled? I don't like ube cake. I know.
You don't like ube cake?
No.
You know what? I'm very picky about my ube cake.
I don't like ube. And like, okay, you know those little tiny pre-packaged ube cakes that are like
the rolls, the ube cake rolls? I don't like those.
Is there icing in them or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's ones with no icing. It's just like a glob. Really? And there's a green one too. Those are the only ones that I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't do like the cake with the icing. I just don't like it. Christmas morning is very chill for me now. Again, relationship with the dad is like more complicated now that I'm an adult. So I used to do even once my parents split, we would do Christmas Eve at the Gaphuzas. We'd go back and sleep at my mom's, and then we'd open Christmas presents at my mom's and then go to my dad's. So now only my brother goes to my dad's and then I go to work. So I'm working Christmas Eve, I work Christmas Day. I'll be working New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Like I said, I work with plants. I don't care. It's very like chill. I was talking to my stepsister about this the other day actually too. And we were talking about how like the build up to Christmas makes December so fun.
Yeah, but then it's kind of like...
It's sad. Christmas Day makes me very sad.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Yeah, it's like a wave of overwhelming like, whoa.
I wake up in the morning and I go downstairs and I'm like, well...
As soon as we're opening the last gifts, I'm like, no will to live anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And then you're like in a weird limbo between Christmas and New Year's.
every year.
Yeah.
Yep, every year. I don't know why that happens. That definitely made it harder because it's like my Christmas is over at 11 a.m. on Christmas morning. I think that's kind of like you too. She doesn't have a split family.
Yeah.
She has a together family. So they kind of do everything all at once and like that's it.
You know what? We used to wake up really early for Christmas just because I was so excited. I would go wake everybody up because that's like the first thing I wanted to do. Like I would set an alarm at like 8 a.m. like wake everybody up. But then now I'm just like kind of chilled out, and now I just wake up whenever and then go wake them up, and then we're probably opening Christmas gifts by like noon, and then it's just like a chill day.
And like December's a very hard month for me. We were talking last episode about how January is really hard for Kai, and it's actually like that for a lot of my friends.
January or December?
January. Everybody loves December. I do love December, and I hate that I struggle so much in December because I do love the build up to Christmas. Like I always say, it's like the happiest time of the year, and like I genuinely try to make it that. But for some reason, just my brain gets too big every December. My feelings get too big, and like the first time I was put into the youth mental health ward, like inpatient, was a week before Christmas. I spent the entire week, before Christmas, and I got out, and then I think a couple days later was like Christmas Eve. And like to the point that they started Christmas celebrations in the ward while I was there. Because those kids, those kids that like, I think there was a girl that was admitted the day before I left. She was definitely there over Christmas.
Aww.
You know, so we were putting up a Christmas tree and like painting Christmassy things on the wall. And then as years went by, I would like end up in emergency psych ward, December. As soon as the snow starts falling, I'm like, I'm done. And like usually the seasonal depression hits a little bit after my birthday. Like usually October, I'm already starting to feel it. But for some reason, December is like, I just go through the ringer every December. And I think that Christmas and New Year's is just that one last bang of like,
of sadness.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's rough. December's just like a weird time of year for me because it's like, it's my favorite, like one of my favorite months, but I'm so sad all of the month.
Whoa.
And it's like I'm fighting with myself all the time because I'm like, no, you want to be excited for Christmas. And that's why I think I go so hard
at Christmas.
Yeah. Because I'm just like overcompensating within myself. I'm like gaslighting myself into like having a great time. And like, I've been fine like the last couple of years, which is like, I haven't visited the hospital or I haven't like my Decembers have been good. I did read once that the suicide rates are the highest in December.
Around like, Christmas.
Yeah. That is so sad. I know like a lot of people when they have thoughts like that and feelings like they're like, oh my God, I'm so alone. I think I trained myself in my late teenage years enough that like I know that I'm never alone in those feelings. I know that there's always 100 more people on this earth that have this exact same feeling as me right now. But that thought makes me so sad around Christmas.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here.
The masses are sad.
I'm like so sad, and I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people out there that are also so sad and like feeling even lonelier, and like it just.
Oh my God, imagine being that empathetic.
It just piles and piles. I think about it every single year. I remember, I think it was around the time I was inpatient around Christmas that I, read that somewhere, and it stuck with me every year. And I'm like, oh my God, there's no way this can be normal. That's so sad. Like, why is this normal? Oh my God. So like I'm definitely also a lot softer around Christmas every year. I was thinking about how when I had said that one of my New Year's resolutions was or New Year's goals was to move out or like have something planned around that, I was like, oh my God, imagine decorating an apartment for Christmas.
Yeah,
you know what's funny?
So much fun.
The one Christmas, so Christmas 2022, is that when me and Lady Cup broke up?
I think so.
2022.
I don't know, because in my head, was it 2021?
Yeah, 2021. So it was like late November, I think, of 2021 that my girlfriend and I broke up at that time. And it was like we were just kind of getting ready to decorate our first apartment for Christmas. And that wrecked me. Like, I was like, oh my God.
I remember you sending me, like, our group chat, a video of you crying about it.
Yeah, it was like, it was so sad. Like, I was so excited. And it was so funny because we were on the rocks, kind of, and there was a night that, like, I don't know if she didn't come home or if she was, like, I wasn't sure if she was coming home, something like that. So it was just me and all of our cats in the apartment, and I knew that I was leaving soon. I knew that this was over soon. We were on a month-to-month lease. I knew that it was done. So I put up the Christmas tree. And I put up all the decorations by myself with the cats in that apartment. And it made me so happy. And I knew that I was going to have to take it down like a week later. But I was like, you know what? put up
Might as well.
I decorated that apartment by myself, like, and I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it. But I can't wait to have my own place. When I have kids, I want to like have way more Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to make it such a magical time. I want to do Elf on the Shelf.
That's so much fun.
I think it's so hilarious. Our cousin Audrey, Elf on the Shelf exhausts her so much some days in December, and I think it's so funny because I'm like, when I was doing Snoop on the Stoop in that store, I had the most fun ever, and it was so funny because it was like a job that I would give some of my part-timers so they'd have something to do when the store was dead, and I'd be sitting there like, because I'm like, I wanted to put it somewhere else.
Elf on the Shelf reminds me of Kim Kardashian when it was COVID and she didn't want to move the elf, so then she just made them all be in quarantine in like little jars.
I'm dead. That is so good.
And then she told her kids, she was like, they're sick, they gotta be in quarantine, they can't be around the house.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm just kidding. They're gonna have a sick week.
Oh yeah.
A sick week where they're sick all week and in quarantine all week. Oh my God. I want to do gingerbread houses. I want to do some sort of breakfast
Yeah.
with my kids, you know? Okay,
Like,
you know what?
Only on Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
cute.
something that can be looked forward to every single Christmas with the family.
That is cute. I love that.
You know?
I need that.
We actually, every year we put the Disney parade on the TV while we open gifts at my mom's. And I want to do something like that, but it's like a movie. Like I want
Any
Christmas to be
idea
a
of what
tradition.
movie, or do you think it not has come out yet?
I don't know, maybe The Grinch. I love The Grinch.
Grinch.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh my gosh, I love The Grinch too.
I love The Grinch.
The Grinch. Okay, you know what? Wasn't the biggest fan of Elf, admittedly, but I love Elf now.
Okay, see, I was gonna say it's always a toss-up between The Grinch and Elf, depending on my personality of the
Yeah.
day. You know,
I like both.
if I want to laugh or cry, The Grinch makes me cry.
I also really like Rise of the Guardians.
no idea.
Oh, really?
No idea.
Okay, it's like all the little myths, like the Tooth Fairy, Jack Frost, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny.
Oh,
Yeah, they come together to like save the world.
yeah. Okay, I haven't seen
I
it.
had the biggest
but-
crush on Jack Frost when I was a kid.
Oh my
In
God,
that
I'm
in
dead.
that little cartoon character, he was voiced by Chris Pine, I think.
That's hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen it. I'm not a movie watcher. And then we have New Year's. New Year's is always
I think I want to go like out on New
weird.
Year's.
That's true.
You
Me and Audrey are the older ones. We're retired from like going out. So
I might go out. I'll see what my friends are doing. New Year's kind of makes me sad if I'm not doing anything on New Year's.
Really?
Yeah, there are some years where like our family New Year's is kind of on and off. Like sometimes because it's like we just did Christmas. You know, I saw you 5 days ago.
Yeah, and like for a while we did stuff for New Year's. Like we had another family gathering the week later. So we've done it where we've gone like to the family event and then we go bowling, stuff like that.
Yeah, but like I have to do things on New Year's because the years that we like haven't done anything, I'm just at home watching the ball drop. It's just by myself. I'm like, I can't believe I'm bringing in the New Year's alone because like I'm kind of came from a superstitious family like that. Like my parents are both really superstitious, where it's like you start off the New Year's how.
Oh, I'm eating grapes.
Yeah,
under the table.
I'm eating
this
grapes
year.
under the table and wearing red underwear
I'm dead.
because I've seen too many TikTok videos of people doing that
I'm
and then
dead.
ending up with a boyfriend.
I'm dead.
Not saying that I am. I'm like, oh my God, like this is the year I'm gonna get a boyfriend, but like it would be nice.
I'm
You know,
dead.
it would be nice.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna do that.
The next person that is near me is having my babies, so I don't
Right?
want a
The next
boyfriend.
person
I
I
don't
talk
want a
to-
boyfriend or a girlfriend because the next person I talk to
Yeah.
is going to be Endgame.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that. The next person I talk to. Actually,
Okay,
no,
you're too
maybe-
young to be
yeah,
Endgame.
I'm
Don't
too-
talk
I'm
to
too
anybody
talking
then.
about- Yeah.
Just stay alone
Actually,
then.
No, the next person I talk to though, it's like
That's what I should have done though. That's what I wish. Like that's the past few episodes. I wish I would have just stayed alone until so I could be now.
Yeah.
I would already be Endgame.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Fair.
saying? I would have been Endgame.
Okay, next person I talk to, maybe not Endgame, but they will be something like they're not just gonna be like casual thing.
That's true. I think the next person that's near you should be nice to you.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I'm reading my old diary and I'm like the way. Okay,
Isn't it crazy that it's the same guy?
It's so
what I say about the
crazy.
universe.
It's so crazy. That
Same
it's the
person,
guy.
different person.
Because first of all, it's like the parallels. I'm like, she's like writing about this guy. Okay, first of all, younger me should have gone into writing. She should have published a novel by now.
I'm dead.
Because the way that she's writing about that man, that boy.
That's
I'm
why we
falling in
appreciate
love.
music so much. Like you should read our diaries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's funny because one guy said to me he would know that he's ready for marriage when he can write vows. I could write vows about any person I'd ever been with and it would make the whole room cry.
Yeah.
I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like, took you 8 months to get over this guy. He wasn't even that nice to you. I don't want to talk about it because it's just like he's mean to you.
Yeah, and
he's mean to you.
That's why I think I keep being so hard on her about this guy, because it's like I said on TikTok, I said, Kai, that man hangs up on you mid FaceTime.
Yeah.
Like, and that's I do.
He's
that's
mean to me.
That's what I'm saying, is that I appreciate car guys so much for giving me those standards, because everybody's always been mean to me. Mm-hmm. Everybody I've been with has always been mean to me, or like not the nicest, or like they didn't reciprocate that what's important to me is important to them, but everything that's important to them is important to me. Like, it was just never reciprocated, and I was so comfortable in that energy, I think. And kind of like one of the other episodes, I'm getting lost in which one is being posted next, but like, even like, okay, so I told her on TikTok, on one of her TikToks, that he hangs up on her mid-conversation, and then she said something about, she'd fall in love with a carrot if it gave her attention. Yeah. So now any guy that sees that is going to know that they don't have to do much.
I know. That's why I deleted that TikTok.
Okay, good. Because anybody that sees that is going to know I don't have to do much for her to make sure that she's head over heels. I'm standing on
business now. Yeah. I think the universe did me a favor by making that diary be that diary that I randomly picked out. Because I am like rereading that, like crying. I was sitting on the floor of my bedroom last night reading it, and I was like, oh my God, like he's always been like this. Yeah. He still has always been like this. Yeah. And why am I 10 years later?
10 years. So for 10 years, he just kept choosing to make the same mistake over and over and over.
Yeah. So why am I, at my big age, like still falling for the same things that he's been doing since he was like 13?
Yeah. And I definitely had to rewire my mind that way too, where it's like that 10-year-long sneaky link, Natasha, you shouldn't be proud of that. Okay? Yeah. If he's calling your phone, get rid of the, oh my God, they always come back. He still wants me. Everybody still wants me. Everybody always comes back. I'm just that good. Oh my God, you're never going to have somebody better. Get rid of it and say he is still in the same spot as he was 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. That's why he's calling you. Do not pick up that phone. So I stopped picking up the phone. I have a graveyard. Not everybody has made it to the graveyard yet. But I'm working on it. They're getting killed off one by one slowly. But yeah, and I also, I do, again, appreciate the standards. I struggled with it though, because 202 car guy was really the first like nice guy, girl or guy. I'm using guy very loosely. Mm-hmm. Even all the girls that I've been with have been mean to me. Okay, like there's no like, I always said I never had a type. Even visually, if you look at my track record, nothing is the same. But everybody is mean to me.
Yeah, like I'm reading
car guy was not mean to me. But
I'm reading my old diary. They're all mean to me.
My type is asshole.
Yeah.
Douchebag. I've always said that. Yeah. And it's like, it's funny because when car guy started to be so nice to me and I realized that I loved it, I remember saying it out loud and in my head. I was like, I'm realizing that if I want to be with a nice guy, nice girl, nice guy, they're going to be nice to everybody else. Because I also struggled with the fact that like nobody knows what it's like behind closed doors. So if everybody thinks this person is an asshole, you don't know what it's like behind closed doors. That was my excuse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Excusing all the bad behavior all the time, excusing the toxic cycle that I didn't belong in. You don't actually know how he makes me feel. She makes me feel blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, oh my God. I started struggling because I was like, oh my God, he's nice to me and everybody else. Like, that's weird. Like, you know what? Like, you know how like different. You only really want like that behind closed doors, like whatever. And it was just like so weird. And I was like, okay, start looking. It's not a problem if he's nice to the next girl. How the hell would he have learned to be nice to you if he wasn't nice to the next girl? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I needed to calm down with the like, look for the one that's nice to everybody because they're guaranteed to be nice to you. Mm-hmm. You know? Like I don't have to like find the good in something so bad.
Right?
All the time. That doesn't have to be my mission.
Kardashian said this one thing where it was like she's talking to Chris about how like why does everybody I'm with have to like treat me really badly before finding out that like before seeing the good in me when I saw the good in them right away.
Yeah. That is all that we have for today. Thank you everyone for watching and or listening.
Make sure to follow us on all of our socials at HarshWordedPod.
And I hope everybody has a very happy and safe Christmas and holidays. Thank you all for listening this year. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We're almost done with the year. We're going to have a season 2 soon. We're revamping. Yeah, we're revamping the podcast too. Look out for season 2 in January in a new location. I'm actually going to keep it a surprise. Mm-hmm. And
so yeah.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.